Hi, and welcome back to Bounce Forward with me, Tiff. I'd like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land on which I'm recording this podcast, the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nation. I pay my respects to elders, past and present. Today, I'm talking calories. Do they even really matter? Should we track them? Should we obsess over them? Are they important? Everybody wants to know. There's a lot to cover, so let's get into the questions. This question's from Faye. Do calories really matter? I mean, I eat healthy and exercise, but I don't track what I eat. Should I be tracking my food? What about trainers who say calories don't matter? Okay, this is such a good question, and it's something that I battle with all the time. Do calories matter? Do they not? Should we focus on calories? Should we not focus on calories? At the end of the day, calories do matter and are crucial if you want to lose fat because they are the currency of energy, and energy in versus energy out, and having a calorie deficit if you want to lose fat is very important. And I wouldn't be a trainer if I didn't tell you that straight up. You know, I can't sugarcoat it for you. It is about energy in versus energy out. But after calories, we have to take some care for where the calories are coming from. And this is what I'm more passionate about, macronutrients. So you got your calories and then you got your macronutrients. And your macros are the three primary types of nutrients that provide energy to the body. And the three main ones are your protein, your fat, and your carbohydrates, right? This will make sure you're getting enough fiber and protein. Focusing more on your macros gives you some meal structure. And now you don't have to obsess about the ratios of fats, proteins, carbs, calories, all of this, right? So if you look at it, protein provides you with 4 calories per gram. This means for every gram of protein you consume, your body can obtain approximately 4 calories of energy. And this is the same for both animal and plant-based sources of protein. And in context of macronutrients, proteins, carbohydrates, and fats being the 3 primary sources, you got protein, which is 4 calories per gram. Carbohydrates are also 4 calories per gram. And then fats are 9 calories per gram. Alcohol is not a macronutrient, but it comes in to approximately 7 calories per gram, right? So the macronutrients are really important. You want to focus on the quality of the food that you're eating. So you've got the calories, yes, they're important, and understanding that you're sort of in a deficit and knowing a rough number of how many calories a day you're eating is important. And sometimes those food trackers can be helpful to just track your food for 1 or 2 days and to see, oh my goodness, I'm having, 2,400 calories a day when you should be on maybe 1,800. It's good to realize that things like tomato sauce or mayonnaise have so many calories and you just didn't know that. It's good to educate yourself, but don't get totally obsessed with it. You've got your calories in the pyramid, say they're down the bottom, then you've got your macronutrients, and then at the top you've got the quality of food. So pumping your diet full of fiber, fruit, veg, shopping the perimeter of the supermarket, food that goes off, that isn't processed, naked foods that aren't in packaging, and then supporting this with more sleep, more movement, and energy. Energy creates energy, and you get this beautiful cycle then of like health happening easily, right? All because you're focusing on quality food and more protein, and you understand macronutrients. That's the main thing. If you're stuck on all this, it's, great to track your food for 1 or 2 days, as I said, just to see if you're hitting your requirements of protein, because you do need protein, whether you're trying to put on weight or lose fat. It's really important. And once you see that you're getting an adequate intake of protein, then you can also see where your calories are going. And, things like sauces, which I've already mentioned, mayonnaise, aioli, sweet chili sauce, which is my weakness. I love that on everything from eggs to, stir fries. Oh, I'm always about the sweet chili sauce, but it's very high in calories. It's easy to see where you're going wrong. Maybe you're having too much cereal because the serving size is 30 to 40 grams. And no one ever weighs their cereal, right? You just pour it into the bowl and you hope for the best. And, it's not a serving size. So that's where you could be slipping up. It's really helpful to sort of track it as a little bit of an experiment and see and learn and educate yourself. But I'm not about counting calories, tracking food, getting hung up on it, because at the end of the day, I know I eat whole foods. I know I eat lots of colors. I eat the rainbow. I make sure that I'm having lots of water and a good sleep, and I move my body. And that is health for me. It's not about getting obsessive about numbers. That kind of detracts from the fun of food and the love of food for me. But it is a good exercise if you're trying to learn and educate yourself. And it's also good to track your food just for a couple of days to see if you're eating too little calories. Because if you're eating under 1,000 or under 1,200 calories, it's actually danger zone. Everything slows down in your body. Your energy, your fatigue is going to set in. You're not going to be training to your full potential. And your body will start holding on to fat. And most importantly, your body will start burning not fat, but lean muscle mass. And you'll start losing that lean muscle mass. And as you age, I'm 40 this year, and it's terrified me. You start losing a percentage of your muscle mass every year after you turn 30. And so that freaks me out. And you want to keep your lean muscle mass, right? You don't want to lose that from dieting too hard. So you want to be using food as fuel for your exercise and your workouts, and to create that stimulus for the lean muscle mass to grow and to feel really powerful and strong. And it's also about hormonal balance too. If you eat too little, it can really mess with your hormones. I'm not a hormonal expert, but I know from experience, I've had a few bad coaches in the past. I've been on too little calories, and you know what? It just stuffed my hormones, and it took so long to reverse diet out of that and to actually eat more and for my body to trust me again. So you really don't want to mess with it, and you want to be eating a good amount of calories. Thanks so much for listening to Bounce Forward. I love having your company and all of your questions. So please DM me on Instagram at tiffhall_XO and let me know what you'd like me to cover. Don't forget to rate and review me on your podcast app. Speak soon. Happy days.